Hey people, how you guys doing? So I want to use this opportunity to talk about Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister. Everybody knows what has been trending between Nyesom Wike and Omoyele Sowore. Omoyele Sowore has been exposing Wike over his corruption. How he has been looting money right from when he was governor of Rivers State to this date he's a federal minister. He has been looting money. And I will tell you the genesis of what transpired before Sowore began to unleash all the evil things we have been doing over the years. Now, I would like you to listen to Wike, what he said about Sowore regarding President Tinubu.
But we're all happy reading it in social media. This is a country where somebody who on social media will say Mr. President is a criminal. Nothing will happen. Nothing. You say all kinds of things you want to say, nothing will happen. No matter how you see people criticize Trump, have you ever seen any American citizen on the social media, on the public, say, look, our president is a criminal? Have you ever had that? But yeah, anybody can wake up in the morning and abuse president, and we're happy. You are lucky you have a president that believes in the rule of law. You are lucky. Continue to be lucky. There are those you will meet and you won't be lucky again.
So you heard what Wike said about Sowore? That Sowore was calling Mr. President a criminal. That in certain countries, nobody calls his president a criminal. But Sowore is calling President Tinubu a criminal, and nothing is happening to Sowore. That Sowore is lucky that Mr. Tinubu is allowing the rule of law to prevail. But sometimes he might not be lucky to be calling presidents criminal. This is what he said with his mouth. After he must have finished making that speech, either in channels or wherever, Sowore now came to unleash all the bad things he has been doing for many years. He started by unleashing the houses, the mansions he had in Florida. Wike has up to, I'll be showing them here, I'll be showing you receipts and proofs Sowore presented on his social media platforms, which are factual. Now, Wike has well over 6 houses in Florida in the US, which he indirectly used his wife, who is an Apicot judge in Nigeria, the children, Jordan, Jacqueline, and Jasmine. So he used their names to buy these properties in Florida, USA. Now, people are asking, how did he acquire the money to buy these houses in the US? And these houses are worth millions of dollars. So if you look at the salary of an Apicot judge in Nigeria, it's not up to what can even buy a motor tire in the US. But the Apicot judge has so many houses in the US, in high-profile areas, including children who have not worked for one day. They've not worked in anywhere. They've not even taught in any school. They've not even said they've pushed barrow. They've not done nothing. So how did they get the money to buy those mansions in Florida, USA? So this is what is making Sowore to have the boldness, the audacity to unleash these documents to Nigeria, to tell you that these political leaders are thieves. So now recently, Shehu Okumbile of Channel Television was asking Wike, how did he manage to buy those houses? Wike now said, with all amount of alacrity, that those houses do not belong to him. It belongs to his wife and children, who are Americans. So an Apicot judge who sits in Nigeria is also an African citizen. his children are American citizens, that he doesn't like to go to America. He doesn't care. Okay, before I continue, let me just play his short clip.
You didn't go to the house you were said to have bought in the United States. With all the records that
there's no record. It's not. She does why.
As a government
like, when they pay bribe to people like Shore, with all due respect, people like Shore, with all due respect, if there's anybody who does not like to travel to America, it's me. Ask anybody. My wife is an American. My children are American. The parents, my wife are Americans. For Christ's sake, in 2007, this issue came up. That, my wife, I said, what's my business? Let anybody show me where I bought a house, which I can't pass through. If my wife and the parents are saying, look, these are our grandchildren. We give this house to you. My wife, now they are still teenagers. Hold it in trust for them. Let anybody in this world say, the money passed through, I can B, so I can Z. When I was running election, this matter came up. When my wife was to become found at the court of appeal, this matter, so all kinds of things. I saw they say, well, it had been found that Wike put so they have what how many millions?
That's an awful lot of property there.
Why not ask yourself, can they publish it?
No, it's been published.
It's not published. It's not correct. That's a show where look, it's not correct. Why they put this? This house.
But is the house not in the name of your wife and children?
What is my business?
You don't know what your wife and children own?
What I'm saying is this: they are all Americans. My wife's parents are Americans. So, if they gave them a house, what's my business? I never bought any house.
Million of dollars worth of property.
You call these millions as if we are talking about thousands, which I can't really pass. Who bought it in their name? You see, it is not in Nigeria here where you can buy something and you can hide it. You cannot buy a house of even $100,000 that the documentation will not show. Let anybody say, this. Look at the money passed through Nyesom Wike's account, or it passed through his friend's account. See, let anybody say so. This thing they are talking about from 2008. 2008. They will carry it as I was a governor, as I was a minister. Nothing like that. It's not correct. But that's not my business. If anybody else, bring it up. It's not when I take a decision to do something. In order to divert attention, you go and say, yes, we did this. He gave his son 2,000 hectares of land in Asokoro. I mean, what kind of stories are that? Bring the document, let us see.
Let me quickly take.
So you guys heard what Wike was saying, that his wife and children are Americans. That he doesn't even like to go to America. That how does it concern him? What business does he have? That if somebody dashes the wife and children houses in the US, how does it concern him? That he has not for one day transferred or wired money to the US through his account. Anybody that has the document should publish it. That Showore is paid to, publish those things against him. That is not true. So Wike thinks he's talking to animals. He thinks he's talking to foolish people in Nigeria. What does the wife do to earn that kind of money to buy house in the US? What are the children doing to buy that kind of mansions in the US? These are the questions that are begging for answers. So no matter what he says, no matter how he hides, Nigerians know the truth. That Wike is laundering money through which he's using those monies to acquire purchase mansions in the US. By the way, Wike does not make his money from the US. He's a political office holder. He has been using public funds, stealing public funds, looting the treasury to buy those houses. Because by standard, he cannot acquire those houses. How much is a federal minister's salary? How much are the extra codes even when they travel? If Wike saves even $100,000 every year, he won't be able to acquire those houses in London. It means these are process of stolen funds from the Nigeria taxpayers' money. This is what you're talking about. But he's still bragging. And when Showore put fire on his buttocks, he started to unleash, started to unveil most of the secrets that the children and the wife are Americans. Is it what a minister can be saying? And he claims to be a barrister. He claims he knows the law, but now he's failing in the same law that is studied. To tell you that when you are lying and you are guilty, you don't even know when you are lying anymore. So Wike is in a hot okra soup. Wike is in a hot table. He's in a hot chair. He doesn't know what to do anymore. Now, there have been petitions. Even recently, the lawyer to Showore, Deji, has written a petition to Federal Attorney General. There is a body in the UK that has also written, a forensic body has also written to America. Let us know how Wike got the money to acquire those mansions. We want to know. Since he's saying that he did not wire the money to overseas to buy those houses, he's even claiming that it doesn't matter, that the children are Americans, the wife are Americans. If they're American, how did they get the money? Are they working in America? Is the wife working in America? How did they get the money? That's what I'm saying. What is the source of that fund? What are the sources of those funds that he used to purchase those houses in Florida, US? Have you seen it that these politicians are very wicked? They get their money from Nigeria, they go and invest in foreign land without minding what people are going through. These people do not pay salaries of teachers. The lecturers on strike, the pensioners don't get their money as a when due. They don't pay anything. We don't have good hospitals. The public health system has collapsed. As I post on my Facebook, nothing is working. We don't have good roads. Every day the lecturers are going on strike because they are not paying them well. But Wike had the audacity to acquire, purchase houses worth $6 million. Money he cannot get ordinarily if he's working for 100 years in Nigeria as a minister. He can't acquire that kind of money. But he got it to purchase houses in the US for his family, while his cause are busy clapping for him. The liar Olayenka, this is a poor person, is busy defending the indefensible. How can you defend such a crook? How can you defend Wike, who is a crook? He's a wicked and greedy looter. He has looted. At the same time, he's not allowing Fubara to exist as a governor. He conspired with the federal might to remove Fubara as a governor because Fubara refused to do his bidding. Today, Fubara is bad. Fubara said with his mouth that he's now loyal to Tinubu and Wike because he has agreed paying them whatever thing they want him to pay. He's now a shadow of himself. This is what is happening in Nigeria, and people are suffering. They are borrowing money on a daily basis. When they borrow this money, they will share this money among themselves and go and buy mansions in the US. And these houses they are buying, they have no use. When you buy those houses, you have to maintain them. You have to pay property tax. You have to pay this, you have to pay that. Even to service those houses they are not staying in is under big money. And these monies are coming from the taxpayers' money. That is what is making me go gaga, go mad. These people have no conscience. Apart from that, Wike also has multi-billion hotels in Port Harcourt, which according to Showore, that a night is almost 250k per night. He has several hotels in Port Harcourt. The same person. What is Wike going to do with all these properties and money he's looting? Look, see the way he's looking. See the way he's looking. Wike cannot even eat 3 square meters a day. I don't think Wike feels well. He lives on vegetables and fruits. He can't even eat. So why is he looting this money? If not for wickedness, the greed of an average Nigerian. No Nigerian politician loves Nigeria. All they are going to do is to loot to the detriment, at the expense of the citizens who need public funds to reactivate, to build schools, build hospitals. As I'm talking to you now, public hospitals are no longer working. The doctors are on strike. Nothing is working. Why are they looting this money if they have little fear of God? If they have little conscience, why should somebody be looting what he does not need? Wicked does not need all this is looting. Even his children will be confused. They'll be depressed by the amount of money the father is looting. So sometimes I begin to wonder what is inside these people that makes them to loot what they don't need. Wike has several hotels in Port Harcourt. He has tons of lands in Abuja. He has mansions in the US. He stays in Nigeria. The wife stays in Nigeria. Probably they go on vacation once in a while. They don't even stay in those houses. Okay, they can rent them out. These houses cannot even rent out because these are palatial mansions. So what is he using those hotels he's been in Port Harcourt to do? Who will inherit these things? The children, he has 3 children. 2 boys and a girl. Are they going to inherit all these things? They will be confused. The only thing they can do now is to start taking cracks. They'll start taking hard drugs. Because they've not worked before and they cannot work for anybody. The money is already there for them. So they will start taking cracks, start going after women, going to clubs. There's nothing before they become useless. That's why the children of the rich who are not well trained, who are not taught how to get their own money, always end up being useless. They are drunkards. They're heavy drinkers. They take cracks. They become useless. They go after women, do some stupid things. This is what Wike is wishing his children, because you are stealing taxpayers' money for your own personal use, and there's no way that money will be useful to you. You're gonna suffer the consequence of stolen funds. And Wike, I'm sure, is dealing with him right now. Look at the documents. Look at the documents. There are proofs to show that this not allegedly. This were the documents. See them. See the documents here. See them. The hotels, the mansions, the Showore dug deep to get these things. Showore had lived in the US for many years, almost 20 years. So he knows the tricks. No matter what you do, no matter how to say buy in foreign lands, if you want to get the documents, you're gonna get them, because there are public ways of getting them. If you seek information, they give it to you. So why are they doing this, Nigerians? Where is the love? Tomorrow they will go to church, they will start clapping, say God is this, God is that. The Bible says we should pray for leaders. How can you pray for people that are oppressing you? These are the wicked people who do not want the survival of the common person in Nigeria. What is he going to do with all this? Is amazing on the daily basis. You want to have hotels, you want to have houses in America. Well, if you dig again, you might have some in UK. You take money from Nigeria, you go and buy mansions in the US that you don't need. You don't even stay in it. Even I cannot even travel to the US. He'll be afraid. I'm told that when they were having this General Assembly at the UN, he was to travel in the entourage, but he was afraid of himself. He's afraid of his shadow. So why are these people doing all these things to Nigerians? Look at the documents. Look at the documents Showore has unleashed. Showore knows the game. He's trying to try Showore that Showore called Tinubu criminal. Therefore, he should not be doing it. One day he will not be lucky. But Reno Mokri also called Tinubu criminal, which I'll play shortly. Just short, watch what Reno said about Tinubu some years back. Watch.
Revelations about Bola Tinubu's drug past, and he wrote that the fact that Bola Tinubu is able to go in and out of the United States is proof that Bola Tinubu has nothing to hide. Now, that's not true. He's just trying to play tricks on the minds of unsuspecting Nigerians. You know, Bola Tinubu is a permanent resident holder, so that means he's a green card holder. He can go in and out of the United States even though he's been involved in a drug cartel. You know, even in Nigeria, we've got several prominent people. I know them. I don't want to mention their names, including the son of a former military head of state, who are in similar situations. They're able to go in and out of the United States. You know, it is the section 212 paragraph 8 of the Immigration and Nationalization Act that deals on that. And if you study that, you can Google it, you can see that it doesn't apply to Bola Tinubu. So the fact that he goes in and out of the United States, it's not any proof that he's not a known drug lord. Bola Tinubu is a known drug lord. And if you read his response to me, Kennedy Bamigbeto, he did not deny that. It's a fact. And then he also said that, well, it was a forfeiture of assets, and if it's a forfeiture of assets, then Bola Tinubu is not a criminal. Listen, I'm going to read for you something on the website of the Department of Justice, and I'm going to put it in the description box of this video so you can watch it yourself. Now, I'm quoting, asset forfeiture is designed to deprive criminals, look at that word, criminals, of the proceeds of their crimes. So when Bola Tinubu voluntarily agreed to an asset forfeiture judgment against him, which was a plea bargain. Incidentally, what happened is that the FBI had taken him to court, and then rather than go through trial, he reached what they call a plea bargain, which is that he agreed with the United States Department of Justice, and then they settled. So part of the settlement was that he gave up $460,000 drug money to the government. So it's an asset forfeiture. He does not have the right to say that he was not convicted or is not a criminal. He is a criminal. And so that's what I'm trying to tell Nigerians. This has nothing to do. Nobody is paying me.
This
Nobody...
was what you said about Tinubu the other day. But forget what is playing game now just to get a point from Tinubu. This is what he said about Tinubu. So now we get credit upon his said that Showore was insulting the president. Whereas many people had called president criminal in the past. And that was the reason why Showore came after him. So okay, now you are carrying it on your head. I'm gonna expose you. I'm gonna open your nyash to show that you're an international thief. You've been stealing right from when he was chairman of Ogbakpo in Rivers State, from there when he was Minister of Education in Nigeria, from there to governor of Rivers State, today he's stealing on a daily basis. He refurbished the ICC, the International Conference Center in Abuja, with 39 billion naira, a structure Babangida built from the ground to the final structure, for the final level. He used 39 billion naira to repay it. This is how he gets his money. He inflates contracts, he calls contractors, give them money, they do some business, he wire the money to the US to buy mansions. Who tells him that he will gain from those houses? And what I'm saying you, based on the petition Showore has written with Adeji and other people, they are likely to forfeit those houses in the US, and it will be a waste. The reason why he might not pay him because it's not his money. This was money that he got from Rivers State people and from Nigeria. This is taxpayers' money. So when they seize those assets in the US, he will not pay him because it's not his money. He did not sweat to get those monies. He did not fight for those monies. He did not work for it. These are stolen funds from the coffers of the government of the people. This is what they do. Most of them are billions overnight. Once you're a poor person, you enter into the government house, overnight, you're a billionaire. This is what is happening. A local government change overnight, they become billionaires. They are not working for their money. Doctors are not respected. Engineers are suffering. Lecturers are not paid. People that are doing genuine businesses cannot get loans from the banks. These people loot everything dry and go and pack the money in the US. They stash these funds in the US, in the UK, in Germany, in France, and come back to Nigeria to tell you to pray that God will do it, Nigeria will be okay. Whereas they don't have love for Nigeria. They don't have love for this country. They all have dual citizenship in other countries because they know that one day something will happen. Because there's no consequence. Are you telling me that EFCC is not hearing all these claims, all these allegations? They are just keeping quiet. Is not hearing these stuff? Are they not getting these proofs? Showore has been delusional every day. Why are they not calling Wike to order or inviting with EFCC for questioning? Because he belongs to the ruling class. Nothing happened to him. He belongs to the ruling party. So that's the problem. This is a long video, but I want to state that the way things are going to this country, Nigeria will become like Somalia in no distant time. If it's not taken, Nigeria is almost a first state. It's a state where nothing is happening. Individuals are stronger than the government. They are looting money at a speed of light. And if Nigerians do not rise up to the occasion and say enough is enough, this will continue. The lecturer will still go on strike, teachers will not be paid, pensioners, the military, the police, everybody will be crying. Whereas few people, few elites are stashing the money overseas, pretending to be good people, pretending to be good government people, pretending that they are helping Nigerians to grow, whereas they don't like Nigeria at all. It's a pity. Please try to subscribe to this channel, Agriculture Series, share, comment, and let me have your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Thank you so much, and have a good day.